My brother tried to destroy me at my wedding, but his own plan exposed him. My name is Alyssa Hayes, and on my wedding day, my own brother tried to destroy my life. At exactly 9:15 p.m., the projector behind him lit up. The Truth About the Bride. That was the title. Around 150 guests sat inside a beautifully decorated barn in Surrey, expecting wedding photos. Instead, Tristan stood with a microphone in his hand, smiling as if he'd already won. The first slide accused me of stealing money from our family's estate. Gasps spread through the room. My mother covered her mouth. My father stared at the screen in shock. And Tristan looked at me with the satisfaction of a man who believed he had finally buried his sister. But he didn't know I was ready. Earlier that evening, I had watched him slip something into my champagne. Instead of confronting him, I switched our glasses. Now he was the one feeling the effects. His hands trembled. Sweat rolled down his forehead. And his perfect performance was beginning to crack. "Pause the slideshow," I said. The room fell silent. Tristan laughed nervously. "Alyssa, don't make this worse." I stepped forward. Then my best friend Lily inserted a flash drive into the projector. Suddenly, every accusation disappeared. In its place appeared the complete financial records. Every transaction, every approval, every signature, including my father's. The room turned. Not toward me, toward Tristan. My father slowly stood up. "What is this?" he asked. For the first time all evening, my brother looked frightened. Then came the second blow. The venue manager entered with a man named Martin, the fake bartender Tristan had secretly hired. Martin had already confessed everything. The recorded statement played through the speakers. Guests listened in disbelief as he admitted Tristan had paid him to replace the real bartender, tamper with the slideshow, and help humiliate me in front of everyone I loved. My mother began crying. My father looked as though 20 years of denial had collapsed in a single moment. Still, Tristan refused to stop. He shouted that everyone was lying, that I had manipulated them, that the estate should have belonged to him. And then, finally, the truth came out. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about the wedding. It wasn't even about me. It was jealousy. For years, Tristan had believed everything I achieved was something taken from him. The scholarship, the trust, the respect of our grandmother, even my marriage. The mask he'd worn his entire life shattered in front of everyone. No one defended him. No one applauded. No one believed him. A few minutes later, he was escorted from the venue while guests watched in stunned silence. The golden child had finally exposed himself. The room remained quiet after he left. Then Jake walked over, took my hand, and asked one simple question. "Mrs. Morrison, may I have our first dance?" I burst into tears. Not because my wedding had been ruined, but because it hadn't. Despite everything Tristan had planned, he failed. The music started. Jake wrapped his arms around me, and surrounded by the people who truly loved us, we danced. For the first time in my life, my brother's shadow was gone, and as the lights reflected across the dance floor, I realized something important. The most powerful revenge isn't destroying the person who hurt you. It's living happily after they fail.